Hello everyone, this is Matt Johnson, Solutions Engineer with Hagerman and Company. Today I'm going to be doing a little video here for you about the forward and backward capability of Revit. And as we all know, that Revit cannot be read with a previous version if the file has been saved in a later version. And so one way to get around that as a last resort, and if you really need to get into a model that has been saved in a later version, there is a file format that this can be saved to so that you can open to a previous version. I want to start by saying that once this process has ended, that the model that you get in the end is very limited, and there may be some things, adjustments that you need to go back into and take a look at and maybe redo, but you will get the 3D geometry, you'll get the building footprint and the 3D objects to start from at least. And as far as I know, there's no other way to do this except for using the file format, the IFC. And I'll just show you a little bit of what that is. It's Industry Foundation Classes. It's object-based file format, and it was built for the AEC industry by Building Smart, formerly the International Alliance for Interoperability. And for BIM models, if you have BIM-based projects, this IFC model specification is open and available. So we're going to take a look at that and go through that process and take a look at what we get in the end after washing this through the IFC file format. So what I have here is I have Revit 2015 open here. I've named this file 2015. I've gone to a 3D view here so that we can take a look and see what's inside of this model. As you can see, we have several walls that are stacked. You have another wall stacked on another one, and I just want to kind of show you that you've got families that have properties. Inside, we want to take a look and show you this before we get into the next version. We have a curtain wall here with some doors in there. Okay, so what we do is we want to go to a 3D view, and then we're going to say export to IFC. And once we do that, we're just going to name that one IFC. I'm going to go ahead, instead of hitting save, I've already done this. With larger models, this is going to take just a minute to wash all this down. It's going to take all this object model properties and condense it down into a IFC file format. So instead of saying save, I've already done this and to save a little bit of a time, so I'm just going to say cancel. And so now that we've done that, we're going to close 2015 down, and then we're going to open. Now that we have this, we have a 2015 IFC file, and so now we're going to go back and we're going to open Revit 2014. Now when you do this, you're going to not start a project, an RVT. Instead, we're going to directly open the IFC file format. While this opens up here, like I say, some of these models, if they're rather large, this can take just a minute for Revit to rebuild all of that IFC information into Revit content. Okay, so we're just going to go to open IFC. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this. We're going to directly open the IFC file. We're going to let this wash through. Like I say, some of these models take quite a bit of time to rebuild all that Revit geometry from the IFC file. We'll give that just a minute to open. Okay, now that the project has been regenerated from that IFC file, that process right there took around maybe 4.5 to 5 minutes on a model this size to regenerate. You're going to get some of these joining of the elements. Some lines are going to be too short. Common Revit, common Revit stuff here. So now that we have regenerated a model, let's take a look and see what we've got. Okay, as you can see that things are going to look a little different here. Let's take a look at this model with some color turned on so that we can see. Now we see something a little bit strange here. We've got some elements that look somewhat like a void. This is an IFC opening element. This is going to be some of the sorts of things that you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of objects that are not Revit objects with parameters and values. You're going to see things like this, like a roof. You know, you're not going to be able to change the type of that roof. Okay, so these are some of the things that are the challenges with working with this. But what does come through is you've got all of your 3D views. You've got the sheets came through, it reconstructed all those. You've got your levels up here for your floor plans. So let's take a look at level 1 here. You actually did have some rooms came through, but some of the strange things that happen here that come through when it recreates 3D geometry out of this IFC, things like this. If we take a look at this, it's going to show this is a wall. Again, that's not something that can be viewed as a Revit wall just yet. You may have to recreate that wall if you're needing that. If you're doing some consulting engineering, that's just fine. There's no reason for you to go in there and have that wall created for its properties. You just need to know where it is. Other things like this, you've got a wall that gets broken up into segments here. Again, if that's something that you're needing to work with, you can just recreate what's needed as necessary. Something a little peculiar about this one right here is that you've got this sliding door here, and what has happened is that shows as a door, but it's sort of a 3D geometry that can be manipulated like that. So that door really does you no good. That's just a 3D geometry object. So there are some challenges with IFC and how things are recreated. I'll go back to a 3D view and check out some of these walls. Another thing that's that I found sort of peculiar here is when it recreated this this wall here, it's one big piece, and it's actually, you can change that to a different wall type. Okay, so these windows that were inside of there kind of get lost. These windows are rectangular straight wall opening. So those windows, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, they did not get translated into a window as a family. So the best thing I would suggest to do if you're needing those to be recreated is to go to a plan view and just side by side recreate that wall, slide it into place, delete that old geometry out of there, just like so, and go from there. You can do that by leaving that wall there, leaving other views, creating duplicate views, having one as an underlay, etc. So these roofs here are just these are a roof, but like I say, there's no you can model this by face. So this is the IFC file format. Like I said, that model took approximately 4 minutes and 45 seconds to 5 minutes on a model that size. But as you can see, you can go ahead. We're in Revit 2014. You can go ahead and then save that as a Revit 2014 RVT file. I hope you found this information helpful. There is a way around this backward compatibility issue with Revit with them changing the file format. As you can see, that's all one piece there. But as you can see, the IFC file format at least lets you get geometry in an older version of Revit. I hope you found this helpful, and good luck to you.